What's good, G-Life? It's your boy, and Shadow back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist. The playlist on top where my videos in the folders makes the video you're looking for a lot easier. Whether it's just reactions, the G-series, all that, they're in the folders. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Man of Society, M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to get into was something that I've been hearing, and people mention it, and I've been getting asked. I've been getting a lot of comments saying, like, you know, that the Southerners don't want peace with the Northern channels, and they really don't want peace, and wooty wah. I'm gonna start off by saying this: when it comes to Sureño channels and Norteño channels, is that they don't exist. Now, what do I mean by that? Meaning, there's no such thing as a Sureño channel, and there's no such thing as a Norteño channel. I have a channel. I'm a homeboy from down south. This is my channel. You know, same with every other homeboy who's from down here who has a channel. You know, yes, they are, you know, from down south and who they say they are and stuff like that, but that's their channel. It's not a Sureño channel, Southside channel. It's their channel. I don't have authority to speak for the Southside. Neither do them individuals. Now, I don't know how the North Side works. I don't know how their get down is. You know, so, you know, I can't go ahead and speak to say if they're allowed to speak for the North Side or whatnot. I'm going to go ahead and assume that they don't have the authority to speak for the North Side as well. They could only speak for themselves. Us on here, all we could do is speak for ourselves and ourselves only. We don't have the authority to speak for the South Side of the Sud and stuff like that. You don't have that that authorization. So people could only speak for themselves and give their opinions on matters. So this has nothing to do with the South Side and North Side. This has to do with individuals' personal opinions and feelings, not with actual groups and establishments. Another thing I'm going to say is that the channels from up north that people mention, they are not norteños. At one point, they were. They are no longer norteños. So they are not norteños to even begin with. That is not the representation of norteños. They can't speak for them or any of that. You know, or they're not even looking to be that. From what I'm assuming, I could only go based off of assumptions. Maybe they do put it out there like that. I don't know, you know, but as far as from what I have gathered and what I know is that they are not, you know, they're civilians. They are not gang related. They're not gang members. They're just regular people. Maybe at one point they were, but so people can't say that they're what represents the norteños of the North Side, because they are not norteños. You get what I'm saying? So for there to even be, you know, people saying that there's, you know, beef or trouble or whatever the hell. You know, there's homies from down here and there's homies from up there. And they can only speak for themselves and give their opinions on matters. They don't speak for the whole entire side and how, you know, it works and stuff like that. You know, because I was seeing, you know, individuals, you know, have been saying that, you know, as of recently, you know, and, you know, due to the whole, you know, the Güero situation and Lucky Hood stocks and stuff like that. And it goes back to what I said when people were like, how did he not know he was an informant? He should have done his homework and stuff like that. And look, people are not psychic. So when people are informants, they're really good, bro. I don't know if people are aware how good when somebody's an informant, bro. No, they don't let you know. You have no idea when somebody's an informant, bro. You know, the downest and the most closest and the ones that people would least expect have turned on individuals, bro. They never seen it coming. You get what I mean? So now, if people are mad for somebody talking to an informant who they didn't have no knowledge that this individual's an informant, and now they're calling this person no good because he had a conversation with an you know, somebody who was an informant, but they had no knowledge, then that would mean that all the big homies are no good. Or anybody that has ever gone down because of an informant, because they were having conversations with an informant. How did they not know he was an informant? Didn't they do their homework? Yeah, exactly. You're not going to say that to the big homies, huh? So please hush up. If they had no knowledge that somebody's an informant, how the hell are you supposed to know that he's an informant? My God, the audacity of people. You know, it's funny how they say, "Oh, well, it's out there. It's out there. People should know it. It's all over the internet, whatever." You act like if everybody actually watches. Look, if I have some knowledge or if I'm not interested in the channel, bro, I'm not clicking on it. It's not, maybe it piques your curiosity. Maybe you clicked on the video, but just because you clicked on it and you watched it doesn't mean that everybody else watched it as well. Doesn't mean that everybody has the same information you have. Because we are not all the same. I don't view none of these channels. I don't click on them, not even out of curiosity. I don't watch them at all. And if people are clicking on them and watching them and stuff like that, then you might as well be sitting down and having a conversation with that individual for you to be saying that, oh, he's no good and stuff like that. You're watching his crap. It's the same shit. I'm going saying based off if that's what you're saying. You get what I mean? Because people can watch whatever the hell they want, but I'm saying if people are making it a big deal, it's equivalent to that. Now, it's another thing when people say, "Oh man, it's because you know, you don't understand, you know, the bloodshed that upstaters have lost, you know, because you know, the norteños have killed upstaters and you know, and all the bloodshed that has been spread, you know." And then I tell you, so how come you're telling me all the time that how come you guys can't get along down there, that is stupid and pointless and we should all get along? Bro, like you said, there's been too much bloodshed and all of that. And I hear people, when I was telling them, they're like, "Oh, but you guys could put your differences aside, you know, like people could overcome their problems." Okay, entonces, then what's the problem? Or when I have talked to upstaters and you know, they were talking to, you know, some hood that my hood doesn't get along with or whatever. And he was like, "Oh, well," and I was like, "Oh, you know some people from there?" And he's like, "Well, they, you know, yeah, I mean, that's the homie. I mean, they never did nothing to my barrio. I mean, we have no beef." Do I even have to finish the sentence? You see? You see what I mean? You have the answers because you're giving it to me about how come sureños up here don't get along and put the differences aside. Yeah, you have the answers. And or what people say, "Nah, but it's different. These fools be dissing the Sud. These fools be killing them." Oh, my man. Okay. I don't mean to come to be an asshole or sarcastic or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just that people always talk nonsense. You know, and it's like, bro, come on now. Like, what are you talking about? There's no such thing as sureños and norteño channels. There's no whatever happens on YouTube, and it's not going on in the streets. This is just the internet, bro. For those who come on here to try to trick people to believe that they're super thug and super gangster and super G and that they're really from the barrio, bro. Why are you trying to put off this image so badly for it, so hard? Is doubting yourself or what? I don't understand. People could only come here and give their opinions. And these are only our channels. And that's it. But I'm just saying, MC Shadow, we out.